So today I found out that one of my long-term clients is leaving me and going to a competing company. However, instead of being upset about this whole thing, I'm actually quite grateful. Why? Well, not all clients are actually created equal. You've got the 80-20 rule that I'm sure you're all aware of. 20% of your clients generate 80% of your income. And you could also say that 20% of your clients sap 80% of your work life, and that would also be true. So this is one of those clients that actually was quite a drain upon both my time, my energy, but also my mental well-being. And this is something that I think a lot of freelancers, a lot of small businesses overlook when they take on clients. We all get wrapped up in that sort of roller coaster ride of we need more clients to generate more money, to make more income, to be more successful, and then we just keep on looping that thing over and over again without taking a look and a step back to see the impact this may be having on our mental health, our just general health, our family and friends, the time we can have around those people, and just quality time with other people. And unfortunately, this was one of those clients that was in that 80-20. They were basically taking up a huge chunk of time in various different periods, and it was making me no money, and it was just creating a lot of stress and hassle. So let me just give you an example and take a couple of steps back. It was my birthday a couple of years ago, and we went out for the day, myself and my partner, and having a lovely day, just enjoying the day together, just enjoying having a little bit of sort of free time. We both work quite long hours. And I got a phone call within the space of literally 10 minutes of getting to the location where we were, and it was from this particular client. Now, I'm not going to disrespect this client. This is one of those things that I think there was equal frustration on both parts, and I'll go into that in a little bit later. But it's more a case of just the mental thing that I had in my head, that once that phone would ring and I'd see that name on there, my mood would just go bang, because it would generally be a case that has always happened when I was away from the office, which meant that any kind of fault finding, any kind of problem solving was absolutely insanely difficult because I was nowhere near a computer. So try to do this on a phone, not really the optimal way of doing things. So anyway, to go back. So like I say, I had that phone call, my mood dropped, ruined my entire birthday, and unfortunately this wasn't one of those things that it was an isolated incident. It got into the habit that it was very, very frequent that whenever I was away on holidays, for the day, for the weekend, whatever, the phone would go, there would be an email, there would be a message or something along those lines that there was a problem that I needed to fix straight away, and I didn't have the resources there to do it. And it just got to the point of being incredibly frustrating, and it was always in the back of your mind that every time you went away there would be a call, your phone went off, it just dragged you down. So, are clients like this the kind of clients that you want? Ultimately, no. And this is the thing you have to take a look at when you are a freelancer, whether you're working in web design, graphic design, or anything else. If you've got clients that are basically a drain upon your time, energy, and your well-being, do you really need those clients? Now, to take a different approach to this client had a mental drain on me, and they didn't generate huge amounts of income. Yes, it was nice residual income from hosting and domain renewals and SSL certificates, all those kinds of things that you'd expect to do. But I've got 90 other clients that also generate me the same kind of money, and I don't hear from them from year to year to year. So, is the drain on me mentally and physically worth it for that small amount of monetary gain that I get every single year? The thing is, no, it's not. But how do you then go about actually moving a client on? And this is the difficult thing. I've been thinking about this now for the last couple of years. How can I actually let this client go without just sort of annoying someone and potentially getting a bad reputation if they talk to people and say, I wouldn't use that particular person, that company, because of X, Y, and Z. Obviously, you don't want that. You want to keep your reputation, but also make the client think they're moving on and it's under their own accord. So, various different meetings have taken place over the last couple of months for various different things, part of which was redesign the website to give them the website that they actually needed for their business as it was. So during that meeting, one of the things that came up, like I say, was that they wanted to take a look at how much would it cost to build a website to meet their actual requirements. Now, this gave me the opportunity to think, well, I can give them a price and continue moving forward and potentially have the same issues in the future, or at least have the same drain on me in the future. Or I can overinflate the price. Now this is kind of one of those things that is a win-win, shall we say, for me, that if they come back and say, actually, yes, we want to use you and we want to have that website, then I'm charging them a higher amount of money because I know that in the long term, I'm ultimately going to have more of my time and effort that's non-billable to keep them moving forward and help them and solve any problems they may have in the future. However, the other side of it is that if I overinflate the price and they decide to move on to someone else that gives them a better quote or potentially offers more members of staff there so they can have a better relationship and more help and support, then my benefit is that then I offload that client to someone else and then my mental well-being increases. Is that right or wrong? Well, that's entirely to your moral compass and how you think you should deal with it. For me, it worked fine because that client now has moved on to someone else, and as of today, they're moving their website away from me to someone else, and therefore I no longer have to deal with that particular person or customer or business. So I know moving forward, I've got a lot less stress in my life, not having to deal with things to do with that particular project, client, and everything else that goes with it. Now, this whole video is not for me to offload and moan and go like, oh, woe is me. None of that. This is more a case of that I just want anyone that's out there that's in the same situation, or you are worrying about a client that you're quoting for or potentially going to work with. Not every client is a good fit for you as an individual or you as a business. And while money can sometimes be tight, look at the big picture and realize that I might make some money now, but long term, what am I going to gain from this? Is my business going to be better for it? Is my time going to be wasted on a client that's making me no additional money? So you can take a look at things like that, and also just your mental well-being. I think as freelancers, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, whatever you want to consider yourself as, we don't necessarily take into account the mental well-being that we really should do. Clients and individuals can be a massive drain on that, and it can have huge effects across so many more things than just your finances. Your business can suffer, your relationships can suffer, your family life can suffer. You can just suffer in general. So consider this. If you are looking at a client you already have or a client that is a potential client, ask yourself, is this a good fit? And ultimately, a long-term goal, is this going to move me, my business, my life, and everything else about it forward for the monetary gain that I get right now? If the answer to that is no, consider either offloading the client, ending the relationship, or not starting the relationship by not taking them on as a client in the first place. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do in today's Freelance Friday. It's just a little bit of a offload to share a little bit of advice and experience that I've had over the last 5 or 6 years with this particular client, but also over the last 15 years where I have had potential clients that I found this is not going to work, and through various different creative ways, I made sure that client didn't come on board and become a client and a drain on me, my business, and my mental health. Well, my name's been Paul C. This has been Freelance Friday, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified every time new content is added, and I'd love to hear your ideas, your feedback, your experiences in the comment section below. Let me know how you've dealt with this in the past, or if you're experiencing it right now, and you're just looking for ways that you can actually deal with this and just improve your work-life balance. Well, until next time, take care.